Morning everyone. Wow, this is unreal, you know. I think yesterday it was so windy and rough, and today Lake Bolac, calm as glass, absolutely beautiful, Eddie. Little tide pool down there in front of me filling up with water or something. It is spectacular, Eddie. Unreal. Couple of ducks or something out there, bit of wildlife. Yeah, old Stephen, he's around. Morning, Steve. He's making a movie, I suppose. Off flying for his next gig. What the hell's that? Oh, buffalo duck. I don't know if that's what they're called, but I'm going to call it that anyway. A couple of big honkers over there. Anyway, beautiful scenery this morning. Nice and chilly. I've already got my gloves on. Go and have some breakfast and we'll pack up and head to our next destination, which I do believe would be the High Country. So without any further ado, let's crack on with it, shall we? So, welcome to my office. These sunglasses look funny. I picked them up at a hardware store. Pretty cheap. Anywho, welcome back. My phone's going off. In this adventure, we're going to go check out the Victorian High Country once again. But this time, we've got something a little bit different in the back there. As you've probably seen from the videos, we are taking this time a Discovery 1. 95 model Discovery, 2-door, turbo diesel, 300 TDI Discovery. Why, you might be asking, why did you buy a Discovery? Land Rovers are horrible. Well, there's good reason for that. Very good reason. And that's what I'm here to talk about to you today. So, why the Land Rover? Well, family friend, he was a bargain for a start. $5 grand for the Land Rover. It's only done 160,000 Ks. Well, as I said before, it's a rare version. It's a 300 TDI, which is a 2.4 turbo diesel, or 2.4 and a half if you want to get specific. 5-speed manual, 2-door. I think I've already said that, but it's a very rare combination. And I'll now tell you why I wanted the Disco. So, of course, you guys have noticed that I've been away for quite a while, and there's good reason for that too. The last 9 months or so I've been and got myself another job, which is good, but it's very demanding. Over 6 months, over summertime, we've been doing a lot of work, but now I'm on holidays, which is good. So 3 months holidays to go and play around in the High Country for a while. I can't wait. We're going to go catch up with Dan too, so it's going to be really good. I've been excited for this for such a long time. But back to the main reason why I've got the Disco is because the poor old Shorty. It's just one of those things. It's just, unfortunately, it was a setback. Part of the reason why I've been away for so long. I tipped a whole lot of money into it. I had it perfectly ready. I changed the bearings. I done the brakes. I done the seals. I changed all the oils and the fluids and filters. Basically went right through it and done everything. Radiator, hoses, coolant, water pump, spark plugs, leads, electronic ignition. I put that in it rather than the points. Like, I just went right through it, and I done a whole lot of stuff to that poor old Shorty. And for a celebratory thing, I had that thing sparkling. I love that bus. And as a celebratory thing, I registered it, took it for a drive up to, Macca's run. But it wasn't really a Macca's run because we changed our minds halfway through, ended up going to KFC. But on the way home, someone failed to give way. Spun the patrol around 180 degrees in the middle of the highway. 50 k's an hour to a dead stop, and that was it. I had to wind her off the road with the starter motor, and then, to cut a long story short, I had to get Dad in the middle of the night, and it's raining, worst possible time, to come get me with the trailer. Lucky I got a car trailer. But I try not to talk about it too much because it still haunts me to this day. She hadn't even clocked 100,000 k's yet, and I was giving it a birthday, you know, as you do with some cars with the timing belts. You give it a 100,000 k birthday. But the Patrol had timing chain, but didn't have to worry about that. But I wanted to give it a birthday anyway and just go right through it. I mean, she was 30 odd years old, so why wouldn't you? The whole idea for me doing that and tackling the rust and looking after it, it's not only my pride and joy, but I was going to go to Fraser Island. That was the whole idea. It was like last year or the year before or something like that. I had it planned that I was going to go to Fraser, go with Dan and just enjoy life. But how things change, eh? Very unfortunate about the bus, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will be upset with that, because the old girl, she helped me start the channel. Like WORA4X4, it's me and the Shorty. Basically, it's, you know, it's a bit heartbreaking. But anyway, so moving on from that, that's why we got the Disco. So again, to cut a long story short, I was on the market again for a new bus, which was the Disco came up, and I was going to look at getting an 80 series. I was looking at 105 series. They had everything I wanted. They had disc brakes, coil suspension, front and rear live axles, all that sort of gizmo. But yeah, the Disco came up. It was right in my budget range, and that's what I went for. So just to simplify things, that's how it's. Of course, there's a much longer story than that. I could brag on here for hours about how I went through insurances and how I tossed up and turned between whether I should cut the Shorty into pieces and restore that. You know, go right through that and do that. But just to give you a bit of a summary on that, I was looking at restoring it, because who wouldn't? It's pride and joy. But the whole body, the trans tunnel, the engine's cocked sideways, chassis twisted, everything is out of plumb by about 2 inches from front to back. I mean, front is obviously worse than what the back is, but yeah, no, the whole thing's twisted. The whole damn thing. It's just pretty well useless, aside from the drivetrain and everything that's in it. Even then, I don't know if there's done any damage, but oh well. It's a bit of a quick summary of why I didn't go down that path, and I bought the Disco instead. So after sorting out insurances and stuff like that, I focused on the Disco. I got that up and running, spent a whole lot of money on that. 2-inch lift, 33-inch tyres, modified the engine, tuned the engine, of course. I need to get that little bit more power, because it is only a 2.5 litre, or 2.4 really. And you muck around there endlessly for quite a few months on that, doing a few little jobs. It's only the last month or so that I've actually got it to where it is today. Put the winch on, the snorkel, cleaned it up, made it look really nice, took the back seats out, yada 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 yada. You know, turned it into a 4-wheel drive. That's the whole basis behind the Disco, and the whole thing of why we're taking it to the high country. It's winter time, it's a wagon, why not? Next thing, you might be asking yourself why I've got the trailer, the ex-fuel trailer, which is been repurposed into a fuel trailer. So it's exactly right, it's a fuel trailer. Today's prices with diesel and stuff like that, I can't afford that. I mean, seriously, who can afford that, to go on a long holiday and have to worry about how much fuel it's going to cost you to bloody, you know, be Mexican for a week? Like, I don't have time to worry about that sort of stuff. Like, of course, I've done the natural thing and filled the trailer with fuel. How much fuel? Yeah, I can tell you that. I can also tell you what sort of fuel it is, but I'm not going to. If you'd like to find out a little bit more, you'd like me to make another video specific to the Land Rover and what she's towing, maybe even the camp gear that I've got here, what I've chosen to go with for this 2-week trip, you know, drop a comment down below. Show us a bit of love. It's been a long time since we made a video like this, so Dan's getting ready over there in the Victoria. Well, we're in Victoria too now. He's getting ready, getting all the drone and everything sorted out, and getting his camera gear charged up, because it's been probably about 2 years since I've seen the poor bugger. And we're going to have a blast. We're going to absolutely take it right on the nose, get out there in the Victorian high country, and play in some snow, hopefully. I can't wait to play in some of that white powder. The good stuff. Stuff that gets you excited in the morning. Goes with your coffee. Righto. That's enough of me bragging on. It's good to be back after this long treacherous journey, but more videos coming your way, guys, and we'll be focusing on that. So thank you for everyone's support and messages and everything like that. Sorry I didn't get back to some of you. I want to give a shout out to Tom Chant, because there was a couple of messages from him. Very worried, but yeah, thanks for that, mate. We're back now. We've got a disco, and it's time to party. So stay tuned for more WORA4x4.